I'm Wendy Meads, and I'm going to show you how to do an iceberg painting. The amazing thing about icebergs is what you see on the surface isn't always what's down below under the water. So sometimes you just see a little bit on the top and then it's huge on the bottom. Here are some beautiful images of icebergs to inspire you. As you can see in this image, the bottom part is way larger than the top. For this project, you need watercolor paper, you need a pencil and an eraser. You want to draw with those. I used markers for mine, but you can use crayons or oil pastels. You need some watercolors, some paper towel, and some paintbrushes. You also can use some sea salt if you want to do some cool effects in your water. Okay, go grab your supplies. Let's get creating. So first we're going to do a line. So we don't want it halfway because we want lots of room for this part. So go sort of up from halfway, and then you can use a ruler if you want, or you can just draw your line straight. I'm doing this with oil pastels so that I can do the watercolor around it. So now we're just going to draw the iceberg part. So you can do the top part, you can do wiggly, wiggly point if you want. You can really make this however you want, but just make sure that whatever you're drawing has an interesting shape. It's not all the same. So I'm going to come down maybe. I'll do wiggly and then maybe come up and over like that. So it's a nice shape. Some is higher and some is lower. And then down below, it tends to go to a point as well. So you can just sort of take it from the edge and go for it. Wiggly, wiggly down. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly up. So it's a different shape. Now I'm going to get my watercolor paints and I'm going to do my background. And then once that is dry, I'm going to decorate the inside. Because I want the sky and the water to look different, I'm going to use purple in my sky and I'm going to use blue in my water. And I'm going to use the salt for the water, so make sure you have that nearby because it works best when it's wet. So I'm going to do the water. Nice sort of bright blue. You can trace it around first and then pull it across if you want. Oh, that's such a pretty blue color. And before you paint, if you wanted to put like fish in the water or anything that you want in the water, you can. So I'm just going to keep going with this water. And when I get to halfway, I might start putting some of the salt on. Well, it will still stay wet. As long as you do it quickly, then it will stay wet enough to put the salt. It needs to be wet and dark for the salt to work. Okay, so I'm kind of gonna outline it. Such a pretty color. And it doesn't matter if you see your strokes because it's water and water moves. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's nice and dark. And then I'm going to add my salt to it. So I'm going to take, I have sea salt, but you can use table salt, whatever you have. Sometimes the sea salt works better because it's a little thicker. And hopefully that will make some cool effects in the water. I might have dried a bit too much. Wherever there's a wet part, make sure you put some. I'm going to do the sky like a purple color. I don't know, I kind of like doing purple and blue. They're nice colors together. There we go. But you do whatever color you could do. Try and do your sky a different color. You could do a sunset with like oranges and yellows. Yeah, or you could also do like a lighter blue if you want. So try and do your strokes across though if you can. This way. There Very beautiful. And make sure you have water on your brush so it's nice and light. There we go. Very pretty. If you want to do some clouds, you could leave some white spaces. So I used markers in this one, but I think I'm going to use oil pastels in this demo. But you can use markers if you want for this part. But so what we're going to do is we're going to draw the icebergs part. And what you want to make, I did it with like different triangles and stuff. So I basically just started dividing it into different shapes. So you could do triangle like that. You can just keep dividing it. So I'm going to bring a line there. And maybe this one will go this way. Yeah, so just draw different shapes inside. And designs if you want. I'm just kind of dividing it up into different shapes. Like so. And then do the same thing down below. Just basically start drawing lines and see what happens. Divide it up. Divide the space up into triangles and rectangles, whatever you want. Like so. Could have some that are smaller, some that are bigger. Looks super interesting. There. Make sure you're happy with the shape. So I tried to make them look different. So I kind of chose one, like you want some white to be on the top. So I chose some that was white, and I used the same color blue up top. And then I just did some with these lines. So let's give it a try. So let's do some of these lines. Where we just do some lines randomly in some of them. Just makes it look interesting. Or you could do, if you want, you could do different designs inside. You could do like polka dots or swirls or whatever you want. Like so. And then I'm going to leave some white and I'm going to color some in. So I'm kind of coloring in on one side like that so that it looks like it's 3D. And I'm going to do the same over here. So like find sort of, if you're going to color on the one side of an area. So I could do here, maybe. And then I'm going to leave some white and some colored in. I think that's pretty good. Colored in there and there. Maybe I'll divide this up and do a little color over here. But you don't want to, you don't need too much really. It looks really pretty with the white up top. And then down below, I was thinking, since this is coming out, this lesson I'm filming in just before January, is you can write in the bottom part things that you want, things that are important to you for the new year coming up. So like I could get a marker and I could write, like for me, family is really important. So I'm going to write family. And I'm going to use sort of the side of that to make it look like it's part of it with the way I do my letters. So I'm going to write family. But you might want to do this in pencil first to sort of map it out. There, that looks kind of cool. And another thing that's important to me this year is health. So I'm going to write health down. Just being healthy. And I'm going to do like sort of more rounded letters this time. Like so. It's just kind of a cool thing you can then have up in your house that has like words that are important to you. And maybe I'll do one more. For me, it's art. These are the sort of 3 things that are most important to me. Or like art, or like art club, or being able to create. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to add friends. Put friends. So if you don't want to do words, you could do the same thing where you do some lines, like I did on this one. I'm kind of enjoying doing some words. Hopefully I don't run out of space. I'll have room just for the S. It looks kind of cool, actually. I like it. Then I'm going to pick some random areas to color in. And this time I'm going to put some green in there just to make it look different. Green and purple. So like I did with this one, I did green, blue, and purple. So yeah, I'm just going to color in some of them. You can leave some of them white if you want, or you can color them all in. If you don't want to put words, you could put pictures of things that are important to you for the new year, things that you want to do, or places you want to go, or something like that. I'm just going to color this all in. Yeah, I kind of like, so what I'm doing with this is I'm using cool colors. So that is purple, green, and blue are called cool colors. And the other colors of red, yellow, and orange are warm colors. So I'm using cool colors in this because I kind of think of icebergs as, I don't know, that they go well with cool colors. And yeah, remember, try not to color the same areas beside each other the same color. Try and do different colors. Like these 2 here, I'm going to do green and then I'll do a blue, but I'm doing a different kind of blue than the one I have up top, which looks kind of cool too, I think. And then try and do it in another area too. But you don't have to do cool colors. You could try and do other colors if you want. You can make it as colorful as you want. I feel like I need another green here. Just fill the space with color and words or designs. There's so much you could do with this, really. There we go. I've seen some art teachers do this one, a similar one, where they have things about the person that you see up top, but then things about themselves like that people don't see down below. So you could say like, I have blue eyes and blonde hair, but down here, then I would write things that are important to me about who I am. Like I like chocolate and I like to create and I like to do painting and I like volleyball or whatever it is. So you could do it that way too if you want. There is so many different ways you can do this one that is meaningful. Make it meaningful to you. Okay, so I have these 2 purple spots. I think I need one more purple. And then I think I might leave the rest white. I like it. It looks really pretty. Maybe one more here. This is more of a pinky color. Purpley pink. Here is my finished iceberg. So you can see the salt details. I wiped off all the salt after it was dry. And I have words, I have color, cool colors, and some lines and some white up top. Can't wait to see your creations.